Batman Arkham Knight brings something to the table that none of the other Batman games do, and that would be the Batmobile. This machine plows through everything at top speed, with its missiles and its burnout revenge maneuvers. But don't worry, no matter how hard and fast it hits people, they get electrocuted before touching the car, which magically makes it so they don't die because Batman doesn't kill. The Batmobile can also turn into tank mode, where it takes on helicopter drones, missile launchers, and other battle tanks. But don't worry if it happens to hit people. These are non-lethal bullets, as if that means they won't die. As for the tanks, these are mostly unarmed. Only the ones with bosses have people in them, because Batman doesn't kill people. It also has stealth missions against the tanks, because of course it does. Now, while I say all this and the way I'm saying it makes it sound like it's a bad thing, is it? Do I think it's a good thing? I really don't know whether it's a good or bad thing. It's a kind of fun thing, but it's also less fun than the regular gameplay. I still do like it, I think. But it's really stupid to be going this whole Batman doesn't kill route if we're doing this. I've said before many times there are iterations where it makes sense for a Batman who doesn't kill. The Arkham universe is not that. I'm not saying make him kill everyone, but you know, there are for sure a couple people who him not killing in my eyes makes him a villain now. And with this new Batmobile, there is no way I believe this thing killed nobody. That being said, it is fun, and even though I don't like the racing, there are cool skins you can use while racing, and some of them are from older Batman movies. Honestly, the skins on cars and characters are fantastic. I ran most of the game in this Arkham Origin outfit instead of the Arkham Knight outfit because I just like the Origin one better. Stealth in this game is pretty much the same as the others, but of course you have a few new things. The most standout to me is the remote hacking device. And if you are with a teammate, you can tell them where to go. The biggest by far, though, is the fear takedown, where you can take down 3 to 5 guys who are in close proximity very quickly if you have your fear meter full. And sure, that does kind of make it easier, but it's also really cool. Combat is once again the wonderful free flow combat, and now some of the things he does, like his ultra strength and his jumps, are explained by his new suit, which I'm not wearing because I like the Arkham Origin suit, but it basically makes him stronger and faster and all that other stuff. And there are some new environmental takedowns. And I'm not gonna lie, this Batman is so wildly powerful, it's nuts. Like, sure, each Arkham one is overpowered and I love it, but at least in some of them, I felt like the villains maybe stood a chance. In Arkham Knight, it's just over. He's too badass to handle, and also, if he's with a teammate, they can do a team takedown. But again, the Batmobile makes even some areas meant for combat too easy. I'm not saying this is bad. I love me a power fantasy. I'm just saying it's different. Enemy variation is also the best it's ever been, and these are the toughest enemies you've ever faced. The moves are really well done, and sound design feels close to Arkham City. Story-wise, we finally got an M rating, and on top of that, my favorite villain, the Scarecrow, as the main bad guy. So when this came out, I was pretty hyped. In my mind, this was going to be the horror of Arkham Asylum times 10, and that's why it would have this M rating. And when I started the game, it opens to a first-person scene of some horror caused by the Scarecrow, and little did I know this game from that point on was very much going to disappoint me with every choice after that. The biggest disappointment to me was my boy Scarecrow. Now he looks fantastic, best he's looked ever, and I love it. But he took a huge back seat in this game with two other villains, and that was mighty disappointing. The first was the Arkham Knight, which fair enough. The game is named after him, so I guess that's fair. So who is the Arkham Knight? It is Jason Todd. It's kind of fairly obvious quickly, but it's him. And it takes Batman forever to even suspect him, despite the multiple hints. Normally Jason is the Red Hood, and he still is in this game. It's just, first he's this new character, Arkham Knight. And I think it works fine. The Arkham Knight works fine as a character, usually, except for he also kind of feels like he's in the background sometimes. Plus, he has plenty of chances to kill Batman, but he doesn't because Scarecrow for some reason wants him alive. So the fuck what? And also, why does Scarecrow want him alive? I feel like that also doesn't make sense. The third main villain is the Joker. Don't get me wrong, I like the Joker, but I like the other villains too. And whenever Joker shows up, they all have to take a back seat. Plus, Joker is dead. He's fucking dead. I was looking forward to a Joker-less rated M Scarecrow game, and somehow again, it's a Joker-run show. Now, the Joker isn't actually there. Batman is just seeing him everywhere for two reasons. Reason one is Scarecrow's fear toxin. He's afraid of the Joker, I suppose, and I feel like that's a little stupid, but reason number two is even dumber. He has the Joker blood in him, and it's turning him and four other people who have it into the Joker. And that is the stupidest shit ever. Are you kidding me? I'm not getting a cool, horrific Scarecrow game because of this fucking idiotic, lame as shit, dog shit. And I know some people like this, cause like the Joker sings a song and whoop-de-fucking-do. Not only does this whole plot suck so much ass, but Harley is just willing to be with whoever turns the most Joker, and I also feel that's a little stupid. I hate it, and I hate every time Batman sees the Joker talking to him in his head. Just why, man? Fucking why? Can I not have the Joker for 5 goddamn minutes? This is the problem the Gotham show ran into as well. I mean, there was a lot of problems, but this was one of the big ones. They just had to have the Joker again and again and again, even if it didn't make sense, and they pushed all the characters into the background, and I fucking hate it. I was so happy watching the HBO Penguin show that only had the Penguin and some of the Falcones and Maronis. It was such a refreshing, fantastic show. Give me more of that with other villains. Now I will say, we both get a Killing Joke flashback of Barbara being attacked and an Under the Red Hood flashback of Jason Todd being tortured by the Joker. And these are both pretty well done. But also, it really made it click in my mind just how stupid it is for Batman to keep letting the Joker live over and over and over again. I mean, did ya see what he did to Barbara? I mean, in this version, he doesn't rape her, he just shoots her and then walks out the door, but even still handicapping her, you should consider. And it's not like that was his, tiniest crime. Do you know how many people he's killed? Hundreds, if not thousands. Why is he living? And then Barbara dies. Scarecrow kills her. And I thought, oh shit, what a good move. Barbara is dead, Jason's running around as the Arkham Knight, all of Gotham is covered in fear gas. What is Batman gonna do? This has to be some sort of straw that breaks and makes him kill. Just Scarecrow. I'm not even talking about everyone else, just Scarecrow. But nope. Instead it pulls a Barbara was never actually dead, that was the fear gas in his mind. Fucking what? 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 Also, the fear gas did fuck all, man. Nothing horrifying came from it, not anything. And really the only thing that happened is Poison Ivy sacrificed herself to remove the gas. So, how does this shit show end? I can't even show you. Xbox has 3 parts blocked from recording using the method I'm using. The Arkham Knight reveal, the ending with Scarecrow, and the Nightfall protocol. When recording them, there's just a huge jump in gap from what's happening where it cut those 3 parts. And I'm guessing it's because spoilers? But it's been 10 years, man. Let me record these parts. Let me show you what it does. You see that bullshit? This fucked up time jump, so I'll explain it to unrelated footage. Arkham Knight is revealed to be Jason Todd. You fight him in a very lame stealth section and then he becomes Red Hood and runs away. When you go up against Scarecrow, he unmasks you live on TV and everyone finds out you're Bruce Wayne, and then he pumps you full of fear gas over and over again and you resist that. Red Hood comes in, having maybe turned his back and might be on Batman's side now, and he frees Batman and the Batman beats Scarecrow. Not in a boss fight, there is no boss fight with Scarecrow. Despite his fantastic boss fights in Arkham Asylum, Scarecrow is a nothing burger here. And the Nightfall protocol has Batman walk into his mansion and blow it up. Maybe he's dead, maybe he's not, we don't know. But a new Batman is running around and we don't know who, but it's either him or Red Hood or Azrael, most likely. Now, for side content, get ready for a bunch of nothing to happen to all the other characters. Two-Face, Penguin, Deacon Frost all have a lot of nothing before being defeated. Firefly shows up and at least mentions Arkham Origins before getting his ass destroyed, so thank God someone mentioned Arkham Origins. Riddler is still a pretentious dickweed, and this time he has Catwoman hostage, and so I at least free her and then ignore his other 200 puzzles. And Deathstroke was a huge disappointment. First you fight his tank, then he jumps out to fight you, and this happens? My disappointment is immeasurable. He was so cool in Arkham Origins. Why is this what you have chosen to do? The most interesting one to me was probably the Man-Bat, and that's because he scared the shit out of me the first time I met him. Also, Azrael is back and training to be the new Batman, and that's cool. He even plays basically exactly like Batman. Now, there is some bonus side content that's a little better. Mr. Freeze ends up having to have Nora freed and spend her last moments together, so that's cool. Killer Croc is even more crocodile than man now, and he has a big old tail. That's super cool. Mad Hatter has this tiny combat level where you fight through the story version of the games, and when you are in the Asylum page, it's Asylum moves and enemies, and then in the Arkham City page, it's Arkham City moves and enemies, and that's really cool. Except once again, Origins, it's not there. Professor Pig has an okay mission. It was fine, it just could have been scarier. And also we get to choose whether Ra's al Ghul dies, which should be a no-brainer, but Batman makes the stupid workaround, and he's got these incredibly flawed morality, and he's just like, let me think about letting this genocidal maniac have as many chances as I can. But you actually get to pick though, so it's neat. And you don't get to pick to kill him, it's more of you pick to not let him have the Lazarus pit, so that he dies on his own. And that is Batman's workaround for not killing him, of course. There is also some DLC that I have, where characters get their own short stories and you get to play as them. Robin's is about going after Two-Face. Robin plays like a nerfed version of Batman, and his story's okay. His dialogue with Barbara is the best part. Nightwing has a bit of a nothing burger story going on, taking out Penguin's goons. Batgirl has the best and longest of the DLCs, where she takes on the Joker and Harley at the carnival and stops the bombs. She plays like an even more nerfed Batman, but with a lot more smarts than Robin, and honestly she was a lot of fun. Catwoman's DLC is the worst one. It's her going after Riddler's money for revenge, which is fine, but the final combat area has her fighting enemies in a strange way the game wasn't built for. First, you need to forget about everything you have learned in combat. You forget about the combat, forget about the rhythm. Only the attack button is your friend now. Next, you have to spam that attack button quickly and not touch the electric floors or lasers that rapidly take up more and more of the map. And this wouldn't be an issue in some games, but in this game you can launch across the room in a single press of a button with limited control. It's bad level design for how the gameplay is, which makes it frustrating and annoying as hell. I had to redo this one a number of times. And then we have the Red Hood. My favorite part about this is he actually can kill and uses guns, and to balance that out, he's a lot slower and worse in combat. I will say, using guns does kind of make the Predator missions a bit on the easy side, but he is still probably my favorite of the non-Batman character. Although Harley Quinn is also really good. One of the things I love about her is she has a mayhem mode where she can run around batting people, and she's too noisy to do stealth kills. And well inside her vision of detective mode, you can hear the doctor side of her trying to break out of the crazy side of her. So all that's cool. This is my least favorite of the 4 mainline Arkham games, and that's right, I said 4. Origins is one of them. I said what I said. That being said, though, this isn't a bad game. Just because it's my least favorite doesn't make it a bad game. I just think the story and character writing took a huge nosedive. The boss fights, huge nosedive. What the fuck happened to those elements? But the gameplay is still good, and so that's good. And it's not like the story and writing is awful, it's just not great. There's a lot to love about this game, and I do still really like this game. It just had the potential to be my absolute favorite, and it missed the mark. It's still worth playing, and it has more content than any Arkham out there. And my god, it still looks very gorgeous to me.